After playing Arc Raiders for around 40 hours and playing in both Tech Test 1 and Tech Test 2, as well as the final playtest, I am definitely not qualified to make an expert guide on this game. However, I am qualified to make a total noob beginner's guide. And so this is the Total Noob Beginner's Guide to Arc Raiders, 15 tips for every single player. Once you jump into the game and you're ready to go up to the surface, there are 3 types of items you really want to make sure you have with you. The first one is at least one weapon with heavy ammo. These are extremely important for taking out robots, i.e. the Arc enemies. The reason for this is that heavy ammo does more damage to them, but most importantly, it causes them to stagger, which will allow you to not get shot while you're taking them out. Whereas using medium or light ammo weapons doesn't do a whole lot of damage and importantly doesn't give you that stagger. The next item type is shield recharges and bandages for repairing your shield and healing your health, obviously. I usually take down at least 3 of each, but the more the merrier. And the third item type is either a smoke grenade or a Raider hatch key. The smoke is really useful when you want to use the regular extraction method, as it will let you cover the entire room in smoke while you're typing on the console and then waiting around. So if anyone does come and roll up on you, you'll be covered in smoke and they won't be able to see a damn thing. And alternatively, the Raider hatch key will allow you to extract from these Raider hatches, which is really the safest way to extract. But these are rare and quite hard to come by, so yeah, smoke is the best option for most new players. Once you're topside, you'll want to be on the lookout for certain items that you'll need when you get home. The 3 most important items that I always try to make sure to hold on to are 1. Arc power cells, which you'll use to craft those shield recharges we just talked about. 2. Advanced electrical components and sensors, both of which will allow you to craft those Raider hatch keys, again, that we just talked about. And thirdly, seeds. Seeds are what you'll need to buy the most basic crafting materials from this trader, which, although limited, will help you finish those early quests and craft items you'll pretty much always need. A great rule of thumb for Arc Raiders is that the key ingredient to make an item can also be used as a poorer version of that same item. So for instance, shield recharges are made with Arc power cells, and if we look at the stats for Arc power cells, we can see that they have some shield recharging stats. They're not great, but in a pinch, they'll do the job. And the same applies to bandages, which use fabric. As you can see, fabric makes pretty terrible bandages, but it's better than nothing. Those are just the 2 best examples that I use all the time, but you can apply the same logic to most, if not all, other utility items in the game. According to my testing, there is no damage drop-off at all in Arc Raiders. Whether you're really close to a target or at long range, the bullets seem to do exactly the same damage. As you can see, I'm up close to this target with my kettle, and it takes 9 shots to make the wings pop off. Fall back a bit further, still 9 shots. And even further, 9 shots. I can't say for sure that this applies to all weapons, and obviously shotguns will perform differently due to spread, but for other single projectile weapons, as far as I can tell, there is no damage drop-off. You run faster when holding nothing than when holding your gun out. Not much more to say on this one, so yeah, just put your gun away by pressing H, and you'll run as fast as possible. Alright, before we get into the rest of the video, I just want to let you guys know that there is another way for you guys to purchase games other than Steam, and that is Green Man Gaming. Green Man Gaming has a ton of Steam games that are either the same price or cheaper than they are on Steam, and they also have a reward system where every single purchase earns you XP, which can give you access to giveaways and bonus vouchers. So go check out Green Man Gaming via the link on screen and the video description. Also, if you're looking for a VPN, check out ExpressVPN. They just massively reduced their prices to make them even more affordable than they already were, and they are my personal choice for a VPN to hide my identity online, as well as for gaming in other regions. So check out ExpressVPN via the link on screen and again in the video description. Alright, that's it for my ad, let's get back into the video. you can press Alt to roll. As far as I know, this was not a thing in the earlier tech tests, and I think they only added it recently, but it's incredibly effective for avoiding incoming fire, particularly from arc units like the Hornet or the Wasp. So get out there and roll around like a prick. Hold G to bring up this wheel to talk to raiders outside your party. This is extremely useful to tell other raiders not to shoot, which doesn't always go to plan. Or you can even ask them to team up so you can go off together and take pot shots at the Queen for shits and giggles. When your teammates ping a location to check out, you can actually agree or disagree with this suggestion by aiming at it and pressing middle mouse to ping it again. This will fill the circle the first time you press it, signaling your agreement, and if you press it again, the circle will unfill and you'll disagree. Speaking of the ping feature, the best way to find out exactly what that robot is flying around over there is to ping it. This will bring up the name on screen and you'll know whether or not you should avoid it or shoot it down. There is no friendly fire in Arc Raiders. If you do strike your teammates with a bullet or anything else, this pink cloud will appear, but they won't actually take any damage. Sound is extremely important in Arc Raiders, and making too much sound is something you really want to avoid. Therefore, when taking out things like these sensors, don't just shoot them. Instead, try getting out your axe and doing a jump melee attack. This will take them out and make as little noise as possible in the process. And you can also use this same method for taking out drones. Just lure them inside and then smash them with your axe. You can actually still extract when downed in Arc Raiders. This includes calling the elevator from the outside and also accessing the terminal on the inside. And don't worry, if you do extract when in this down state, you'll still keep everything that you gathered. Loading up on gear before a run is something you'll be doing quite a lot in this game, and so you want to do it quickly. For me, the quickest way to do this is to just click on the empty cells for each item type, which then opens your stash to the category containing that exact item type. This also applies to occupied cells as well, so if you want to switch out your current gear for something else, you can also do that. The best talent tree to unlock first, in my opinion, is the survival tree. This is because almost everything in this tree is useful to pretty much every type of player, but especially because it has this talent that allows you to craft items when you're topside, which is absolutely insane. So don't make the same mistake I did and put all your points in mobility, which I kind of found useless. Put them in survival first and then spend elsewhere. And my 15th and final tip is when starting out in the game, try jumping into solo queue before teaming up with friends. The reason for this is that in solo queue, you will be matched with other solo queue players, and so you'll be relatively evenly matched. Whereas if you team up with even just one friend, you'll be put into a match with other duo and trio squads, which if you and your teammates are all new to the game, might not go too well.
That was fucking chaos. That was insane.
And that's it, guys. That is my video about my 15 best tips for beginners in Arc Raiders. I really hope that was helpful. Let me know down in the comments which tip you found most helpful. And also, if you have any other tips that might help beginners, let me know down in the comments and I'll pin the best one. Also, if I get enough tips, maybe I'll make a video about them and I'll put your comment in the video. Also, if you're interested in more Arc Raiders content or you're interested in Light No Fire, the upcoming game from Hello Games, make sure you sub to this channel because I will be covering both of those games on this channel extensively, so look forward to more content on both. As always, guys, come join the Mogz Discord server if you want to hang out with me and other Mogz viewers. Check out my main Mogz channel for content on Rematch. Check out my third channel for content on Sideswipe. And like the video if you liked it, dislike it if not, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one.